Sorry I didn't check in this morning. I was pretty well thrashed. I did make it through the dead zone last night. I made it through this morning at 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that. Even though I did get sun hadn't come out, which was awesome. It was a cloudy day. It was still warm. All night it was warmer than it had been. It had been up in the 60s, or had been in the 60s at night. Last night it was 77, so that was a factor for sure. It drained me pretty quick. I really struggled getting into what was Colbert Ferry. That was 20 miles from, that was in the middle of the dead zone. They had told us that there was a water there, a water fountain, but there wasn't a water fountain. It was in the bathroom. Had to get water out of the sink in the bathroom. Kind of gross, actually. I had to end up sleeping in the bathroom, but kind of feel like a homeless person, just like I have been. But I had to sleep in the bathroom because I went to take me a nap on the picnic table. I was going to lay down on the ground and put my feet up on the seat of a picnic table and take a nap. That was my reward for making it to Colbert Ferry. I was struggling. Went to do that, and almost immediately, it had been lightning a little bit, just kind of off and on. So it had been lightning just a little bit. And almost as soon as I laid down, it started sprinkling. And so I had to drag my little sheet into the bathroom. I didn't lay on the dirty floor. I put the sheet down, or my plastic tarp down, and stuck my feet straight up in the air, and they just sat there and throbbed. It was just like boom, boom, boom. My feet were really in pain last night, and that was the major issue. So going another 20 miles like that was absolute torture. Usually this is a good sign, a sprinkler, whenever you're running on a hot day. I don't want to get my feet wet though, so I won't get in that today. But I better get out here or I will get my feet wet. So anyway, I made it to Colbert Ferry. It took me about a 20-minute nap. Really wasn't much of a nap with my feet throbbing the way they were, but I think I did kind of nod it off a little bit, so that was a good thing. Rallied, got back going again, and it was a huge grind. I was able to keep a run walk going until about mile 8, I think. I did it all through the whole thing. I still tried to continue to run, and it didn't matter. My feet were just bad hurting. So bad. I've never had my feet hurt so bad. And anyway, I made it in, got my feet iced. That really helped. And doctored them all up. I still got blisters all over my feet. And anyway, so I was kind of making my little trek. Like I rest. I think I slept for 2 to 3 hours. I'm pretty sure I slept for almost 3 hours. I started to watch our church service at 11, and I don't think I made it to the sermon. I think I just saw the singing, and that's it. I was out. So I zonked out, and the next thing I know, I woke up, and it was almost 2 o'clock, I think. So almost a 3-hour nap today. That's cool. Feel pretty good. Ready to start working tonight. And on my little trek through Florence, I tried to get into the town and get everything taken care of while I'm in the morning, and then not push myself, stay cool as possible during the day. Get your nap. As I was trekking through town, I run into some other more experienced people that had done Vol State. If you don't know about Vol State, you can look that up. It's actually the same guy put it on, and he put this on because Vol State's become so popular that too many people come and help. I mean, this is the true meaning of what he wants Vol State to be. Is really he wants you to go through on your own, Only rely on the kindness of those in the towns that you go through and stuff like that. But Vol State has gotten so popular that people will drive and take off the whole week, set up tents and camps and everything, and take care of these runners all the way through. And so Vol State really has become almost not much. Well, it's a challenge. You're going 314 miles, but it's not as much of a challenge as Gary wants you to have. So this has definitely been a challenge in that respect, in that you're on your own for a long periods of time, and you got to take care of yourself pretty much. And it's difficult at running at night. You kind of have to balance running at night with being able to have access to resources. I mean, obviously, especially in the COVID era, these little stores are not open at night. Even convenience stores seem to be closing early and stuff. So you got to pay attention to what times they close. Make sure you have everything ready for whenever you're trying to run. A lot of people are still traveling during the day. I would not want to do that. Some of these stretches, you're just like wide open roads. You saw some of those check-ins that we did on the first day. You would not want to do that every day. I can't imagine how these people are doing it in that sun all day long. And they're going really slow. So to me, I don't want to go that slow. That's one of the things that's been a struggle. But anyway, so got myself taken care of, and back to the people I ran into some people that are more experienced than me, and they said that I was telling them the problem that I was having with my feet, and so I did a thing right here. Stop and let you see. Yep, toes are flinging. I cut a dang pair of Hokas. Cut the toes out of a pair of Hokas. That was a difficult. The people that know me, you know that was a difficult thing to do. But it was not going to happen with these shoes. It was like shoving size 40s into size 10s. Size 40 feet into size 10s. They're just, and that's the one. I think that's what's the problem with why I'm having blisters, is because these shoes were too small for this heat and this being on asphalt and having your feet hot all day. They swell, and doing the extra running. They say I know for a fact, when you run ultras, long distances, you need a half size bigger shoe. So if you buy normally a size 11, you need to get 11 and a half for running shoes. Okay, well, I think with this heat and everything, I probably should have went for a 12 or a 12 and a half to have room for my toes, because I was just cramming my toes in there, and that's what's causing all the blisters. Because you can look at my toes, and they're like got little ridge blisters because they've been crammed in there. And last night and this morning, it felt like they were going to explode every step. I thought my toes were going to explode. So I've done that, and it feels good. It feels much better. Obviously, I still have the blisters on my heels, and those are manageable. It was my toes that were so painful. I mean, every step. I literally thought I was going to have to crawl into Florence because it was so painful. And the decision to cut. Oh, hey, Crystal. Yeah, I'll give you a call after this. So after, so making the decision to cut the shoes, well, it was either that or go buy some bigger shoes, because it was not going to happen. There's almost no way I could have finished this without cutting these shoes. So, they've probably got, they say you're supposed to only wear shoes for 500 miles anyway, and I'm going to put 340 on them today, or this weekend. And they probably already have 500 to 700 on them. And, I usually wear my shoes way longer than they should be worn. But I'm a tightwad. You just buy them used on eBay. I get them cheaper, a lot cheaper than what they sell for in the stores anyway. So anyway, another thing I was going to show you, let's say I've kind of got to where if I can't sit down and cool off at a restaurant, like there was no restaurants back there that I could sit down. So there's a McDonald's. So this is how I eat. I eat and walk. And look, I finally figured out I got me a little cup holder. Good stuff. So I'll eat and walk. There's no point in sitting out in the heat and not moving. If I can sit down, that's a definite benefit, is to sit down and rest your feet. Obviously, get your shoes off a second, let them air out and all that stuff. Now I'm airing them out all the time, but that's a definite benefit, to get off your feet for a second and cool off if you can get in the air conditioning. But a lot of these stores you can't sit down anymore, so I might as well eat and walk if I can't sit down and cool off. Anyway, I think that's it. So I'm at probably at mile 181 by now, since I started talking. I've become a jabbermouth since I don't have anybody to talk to anymore. That was another thing that was tough last night. I was pushing pretty hard. I would have thought I'd have caught some people. I didn't catch anybody in 60 miles. Didn't see a single person. So that was kind of tough. Even then, we check in at 7 a.m., 7 p.m. There's a person that checked in a mile ahead of me. And I thought for sure I'd catch him pretty soon, because I was moving pretty good. I was keeping under 14s for most of the beginning. And even kept the 14. I kept it under 15 for the whole 60 miles. Based upon how fast I was going in the beginning. I really slowed down at the end, but it never brought the whole average down. So I was moving pretty good. I thought for sure I was going to catch somebody. I had somebody to talk to and hang out with for a little bit. Nope, he had already filled up and wasn't traveling that night. He just checked in and stopped. So I was chasing a ghost. Anyway, appreciate everybody following and checking in and watching. It definitely is helping keep me going. Yep, I'll just be grinding on it. It shouldn't take me, as long as everything goes well, Lord willing, shouldn't take me long to get the 40 done. I'll actually I have a buddy on the course, so I'll be able to go there, probably get a shower, get my feet iced again, maybe even some Epsom salt. That might dry the blisters up some too. That'd be nice. So I will probably, but I'll get there fairly early based upon the time. I think I was at Colbert Ferry, which is the 40-mile mark last night. I was there at 4 a.m. And so I get there fairly early. I'm starting later tonight intentionally so that I wouldn't, wake him up at 4 in the morning. And either way, it'd be good to, even if I have to hang out for a while, get myself taken care of, because that's what I'm going to have to do if I'm going to finish this. I have to take care of myself, pause, and not really push it hard like crazy. So that way I can actually have a chance to finish this. I've found your body adapts and can repair. Even though I continue to push miles every day, I feel like renewed after the little naps, and like as bad as my feet hurt this morning, just the icing them has helped, and getting the shoes open that helped too. But it's amazing how your body adapts and continues to perform even under this kind of stress. I mean, because the longest I've gone is 100 miles in any one shot, and I know I'm spreading it over days, but I've never done, multi-day. Most multi-day that I've done is 2 marathons in consecutive days, and that's no comparison to doing, a 70-mile day and a 40 or 50 mile day. I can't even remember where we were. Selma was, I can't even remember. Anyway, I think we did 30 or 40 the second day, and then 60 last night. So that's no comparison to what I had done previously. I had no idea that I could be able to keep doing this. I thought for sure I'd be struggling, and I am struggling, but I mean, I thought it was a slim chance that I could keep doing this. But I feel pretty good again, and getting ready to start running. I've got to hit downhill here. I always run the downhills, walk the uphills, conserve the body as much as possible, take advantage of gravity. And anyway, thank y'all for checking in, and we'll talk at you a little later.